Hello everyone, I am Will, and welcome back to my playthrough of Dark Souls 2, Skull of the First Sin. Last we left off, we basically finished up Sunken Crown DLC, and we started off at the little hidden sanctum bonfire inside the temple. Just kind of hopped down some stairs, past a sanctum knight, and just kind of delved deeper into the temple, where we eventually were invaded by Jester Thomas. Yep. The same Jester Thomas who helped us kill Mytha, the baleful queen. He invaded us, just outside the area with the imperfects at that. So he just kind of stuck to his pyromancies, chucking fireballs, casting firestorm, using warmth. But we ended up just kind of poking him down, or just kind of I think we used our claymore for that fight. So we just ended up beating him up. Couldn't backstab him because his jester robe he wears prevents backstabs. Yeah, as long as you have the jester robe on, you can't get backstabbed. So that's probably not a bad idea to use now that I think about it, but we'll think about it. But anyway, so we dealt with Jester Thomas, gave us an effigy as any other invader does, went through the fall gate, and then we encountered the imperfects. Yep. They're called the imperfects, at least the game calls them imperfects. They're basically like the little dragon leg butts in Izalith. They're like fake dragons. That's probably the best way I can describe it. They're like fake dragons. They do drop petrified dragon bones. I think they can drop dragon scales. So I haven't farmed for those yet. I will, just not yet. So we just kind of went around that little area. The imperfects are pretty tough. They do have a bit of HP, hit pretty hard. But luckily there's only like 4 or 5 of them down there. And as long as you get them one-on-one, they're not terrible. The problem is if you get if you get the attention of like 2 of them or more, then it's a real problem. But as long as you get one, you'll be fine. Just kind of dealt with them, cleared out the area. There was some petrified dragon bones, like life gems, the usual consumables. There's also a bonfire in the area, which makes farming for scales a bit easier from them. And after that, we just kind of pushed forward, used the dragon stone to activate a contraption which raised the bridge, allowing us access to the deepest parts of the temple. But before that, we grabbed the Drakeblood Knight sword. The Drakeblood sword? I think it's the Drakeblood. Yeah, the Drakeblood Great Sword. Okay, I thought there was a Knight sword in there, but the Drakeblood sword. A pretty interesting great sword. It's definitely one of the smaller great swords, but it does have triple damage stats onto it. Although the base infusion is only physical scaling, but you can infuse it with like fire or magic to further boost its little scaling bonuses. But it's an interesting weapon. I'll just say that. It's also pretty powerful once you get pretty high stat values, but for now it's okay in our hands. But I'll stick to my claymore. I like my claymore. So we grab the sword, activate the elevator that goes up, which connected to another elevator that took us back to the first bonfire of the area when we first came in. And a little shortcut, like right over there. And then we went back down, across the bridge, into the deepest parts of the temple, where it's basically a series of drop downs. And so we used the cat ring to just kind of scale the way down, where we encountered the Drakeblood Knights, NPC-like enemies wearing the Drakeblood Knights set, with the Drakeblood sword, I think a tree shield. Pretty tough, they're pretty tough. There's quite a number of them in there. Again, if you're just one-on-one, they're not too bad. But it is possible to get more than one on you, and that could definitely ruin your day. So we just kind of cleared them out, grabbed up various items. a Twinkly Time Knight. One room had a Sanctum Knight as well as a bunch of Crystal Lizards. I haven't gotten that yet. I do plan on it, but just not yet. And some more Drake Blood Knights. A hidden chamber containing another bonfire, which is allows us quicker access to Alana in particular, in case we failed. But so we found a hidden bonfire. We found the Drake Blood Knight set. It is on a corpse that you just pick up. Yeah, the Drake Blood Knights don't drop anything; they just give you souls. Just various other items like hexing urns, Twinkly Time Knights, some petrified dragon bones. I think some more life gems. Yeah, that's basically all that was there in that little drop down area. Drake Blood Knights, their armor set, hidden bonfire, random items. And then after that, we took on Alana, the Squalid Queen. Yep. One of the fragments of the Dark of Manus. Some say it's Manus, some say it's the Abyss that Manus conjured forth in his rage, but she's a harlot. Hold on, I think her soul says it. Yeah, Child of Dark. Okay, just Child of Dark. All right, but Dark is capital D, so it's usually tied to the Abyss, Manus, the Dark Soul, that kind of stuff. So that's why I tend to connect her to remnants of Manus. So we took her on. She's a fairly straightforward fight, kind of a spellcaster type. She does have a axe that she can wail on you with, and she can teleport behind you to swing at you. The biggie with her is that she does summon allies. She could summon a couple of pigs, which is probably the rarest summon. She could summon some skeletons. 3 if you're by yourself. I think it goes to 4 with one summon, up to 5 with 2 other summons. That should be the most common one, but her final summon is Velstadt. At least a version of him. And he's supposed to be, rarer than the skeletons, but more common than the pigs. But she decided, with the 4 summons she did, she decided to summon Velstadt 3 times. Not once or twice, but 3 times. Why? It just made the fight that much harder. But we did take her down. She did get our souls. We did get her soul. It opened up the way to the Dragon Rest bonfire, as well as to Sin, the slumbering dragon. Yep, where we took him on as well. Would have died to him if not for our denial. If our denial miracle revives us if we ever reach 0 HP. It gives us a few health to just kind of quickly heal, but it prevents death once. So without it, we would have died of Sin, but I did cast it beforehand, so we got lucky. And then we just kind of took our time and defeated Sin, the slumbering dragon. Yep. We got his soul as well, and defeating him will allow us to retrieve the crown of the Sunken King. I think it's called this. Crown of the Sunken King? Yeah, Crown of the Sunken King. Yep, our first crown. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We have 2 more to go. And we also looted Jorg's ring from the arena as well. And then after that, we went to Ornifex to check what we could get, as well as Stray to see if we get anything from him. You can only get Jorg's spear from Sin's soul, as well as the Wrathful Axe from Alana's soul. So. And I think that was it. Yeah, because I don't think we went to Vendrick just yet. I probably will at the end of this episode, but we'll see. Yep, and that was it. That was it. Finished up the rest of the main story of the Sunken Crown DLC. Talked with Ornifex Stray, checked with Majula, defeated Alana, defeated Sin. Yeah. They do some good progress. And between episodes, I'm trying to remember what I did. I went back down to Black Gulch to farm some more chunks to upgrade some various armor pieces and some weapons. I think I also went to grab some more Twinkly Titanite as well, just again upgrade some more armor pieces. I think that was it, really. I might have leveled up once, maybe. I don't quite remember, but that's all I did. Just farm for some more upgrade materials. Yep. I should actually go back down and get the dragon scales, but whatever. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that's all I did between episodes. Grab some more upgrade materials, upgrade some things. Yep. And today we're going to officially finish up Crown of the Sunken King DLC by doing the Cave of the Dead. Yep, the little challenge zone for the DLC. It is going to be a pain in the butt, especially the boss at the end, because it is intended to be done with at least one or two other players. Human players, not NPCs, actual players. It's intended for that, so it's definitely a lot more challenging than the rest of the DLC, the rest of the game, in fact. But I have to preface it with that it's intended for you to be done with other players. But I'm going to do it by myself because I hate myself. But Cave of the Dead isn't that bad. It's probably the easiest of the 3 challenge areas in the Crown DLCs, but it's still a challenge area, so it's still going to be challenged. Again, especially the boss at the end, and you'll see. And after doing the Cave of the Dead, we'll do the gank fight at the end. The boss, it's 3 NPC enemies. I don't quite remember what they're called, but they're 3 individual, again, NPC enemies, so they're going to be pretty annoying. But I will try to use poison against them. That's why I have Dark Fog here, in an attempt to at least, poison them. Well, let me rephrase that. The plan to deal with the gank fight at the end of the Cave of the Dead is just the poison. We're just going to utilize poison to either kill them outright or to do enough damage on them that 1 or 2 hits with a weapon is going to kill them. So, because you have to juggle 3 different enemies, it's a real pain, especially if you're going to do it by yourself. So I decided we're just going to use poison. Hopefully that will do the job. It should, but we'll see. Yep. And after the Cave of the Dead, we'll hit up Vendrick real quick, because now they have another crown. He should have additional dialogue for us. And I think that'll be it. I think we'll make this one hopefully short and sweet, because the cave shouldn't take too long. I will take my time, but it hopefully won't take too long. Cross my fingers. And then hopefully we can get the gank fight done in maybe 1 or 2 tries. But if it takes us more than that, then I'll probably edit out the failures. Or maybe just cut down to our deaths. But we'll see. Hopefully I can get them in 1 try. It's just going to be whether they cooperate or not. I have a plan, but whether it works, we'll see. So yeah, that's the plan. Cave of the Dead, talk with Vendrick. And our equipment for today, at least to start out, Claymore plus 10. This is just for the cave. I will change this to the Manslayer once we get to the boss fight, because I want to utilize poison, and our Manslayer is poison infused, poisoning powerhouse. So Claymore for the cave, Manslayer for the boss. I got my Hunter Blackbow, because some of the enemies, you can only damage them with they're the reptiles with the poison pillar or the poison statues on their backs, and the only way to really damage them is to hit the reptile part. So I like using the bow for that, because it allows me to actually aim for them. So that's why I have the bow, it's just for them. King Shield because of the King Shield. I have my Witch Tree Branch because again I'm using Dark Fogs as well as the Homing Soul Mass. Hopefully that will help with the gank fight as well, but we'll see. I have the Ash Knuckle Ring. This is just for going through the cave, because poison statues in the cave spews out petrification. Yep, they don't spew out poison, they spew out petrification. And with the Ash Knuckle Ring, in combination with our armor set, will give us a ton of petrification resistance. Yeah, 725. So this will basically allow us to ignore the statues. We don't have to break them. They will they will do poise damage on us, but hopefully we can deal with the enemies before that really matters. So the knuckle ring with our armor set combined, we can just ignore the statues. Oops. Oops. Alright. I have stone ring against, hopefully, so we can 2-hit stagger the Sanctum soldiers. Matthew ring for stamina regen, faster cast speed. These are going to be paramount in the cave and the boss fight. I have my hexing sorcerer battler, or whatever you want to call it. Hexer hood, +5, mainly for the extra spell cast, as well as some petrification resistance. The white hollow mage robe to +9. Again, it has pretty good petrification and some decent defense values. Ruined gauntlets, and leggings. These actually have pretty good petrification resistance, surprisingly, as well as some decent physical defense. So that should definitely help in the cave, as well as the boss fight. So we've got some good defenses and resistances with some good fashion. I like it. All right, got our flask, old radiant life gems, poison moss, because some of these Sanctum soldiers are poison aura, so we'll get poisoned just by standing next to them. Charcoal pine resin, again, Sanctum soldiers are weak to fire, so we'll apply this when we can. And I should put on my alluring skulls, mainly so we can distract some of the Sanctum soldiers, so we can get backstabs. Here are my stats. Yeah, I don't think if I leveled up, I put some points into vitality, and that's about it. I have 2 copies of Homing Soul Arrow, as well as 2 copies of Dark Fog. So hopefully this should be enough to help deal with the boss, but we'll see. We'll see. Alright. Shall we get this show on the road? I guess we shall. Yeah. Alright. Here we go. Entrance to the Cave of the Dead. Here we are. Yep, it is a drop down, so there's no coming back once you drop down. We have 2 NPC summons. We have Rapacious Andre, however you want to pronounce that first part. He can be helpful. I don't plan on summoning. I don't plan on summoning them because they'll just kind of get in the way. Our other NPC summon is Ruined Alphys. Yep. We first saw him back in the Forest of the Giant. He helped us through the dark skeleton area, past the soldier's door. So these are the 2 NPC summons. This is the room where if you put your summon sign out front before the gates to the DLC area, it'll show up here. So people who don't have the DLC, they can put their sign out there, and they can be summoned here, inside the Cave of the Dead. But again, I'm not going to summon either of them, because I think they'll just get in the way. And we have another drop down. I think this should take us to the cave proper, where we'll actually do some fighting. Yep, it's a drop down with no way back. We do have some sconces we will light, but just not just yet. Alright, come on. And immediately we get the attention of not 1, but 2 soldiers. Oops, I was too slow for that. So that's kind of why I got Alluring Skulls, just to kind of help break them up. Oh. You completely lost track of me, huh? Fine by me. Almost a one-shot. If I had the Ring of Blaze, it probably would have been, but here they are. These statues spew out petrification. Yep, there it is. And luckily with our resistance, it does like next to nothing, so it's like not even gonna bother with them. Alright. That should take care of this upper level. We have to actually drop down to get to the rest of it. You guys should kind of get a sneak peek at what's down there. Yep. That's the thing where we have to hit the little reptile part. Crap. Oh well. He'll circle back, so... Oh, no, we don't want to drop down just yet. Oh, hello. Well, that did nothing. Alright. Well, we have a lot of reduces and we have verbs. Take care of him and then we'll ow. There we go. That's fine. Alright. Take care of the bow guys, we don't have to deal with them later. Again, we could have just used, our alluring skulls. There he is. There we go. Yeah. Definitely want to take care of him because he's going to be real annoying. Let's see. We want to drop down. But before that, let's light these braziers because I feel like it. Thank you. I'm pretty sure this doesn't do anything. It's just visuals. And there are more further down. So we're gonna drop down over here. Get our resin going. Drop down. Eat. We're not gonna deal with you because you don't really attack. Voice got broke. Not what I wanted. Fine. Yep, there we go. We learned it's best just to backstab those guys. Yeah, this guy right here, he's just gonna wander around. He has a torch, he's not gonna actually do anything. As long as you don't get too close, he won't do anything. And we have a few of these little those guys. 2 bright bugs. Nice. Again, bright bugs are limited resources right now. Actually, I don't think there's any way to get any more. Or there's no farming spot that I know of, I should say. Again, that guy should be passive. As long as you don't get close, he should be passive, I should say. Alright, so there's a chest up here. No latches. We have petrified somethings. Alright. 3 of them, not too bad. Did we go down this way already? I think we did. Yeah, that's where we got the bright bugs. Okay. There should be some more sconces we could light. We have 3 bonfire ascetics. Sure, why not? Here's another sconce. I really do want to get rid of you because you're kind of like gonna be. As long as you don't hit him, he's not gonna do anything. What's up here? Nothing? Yep, nothing. Okay. Cool. Alright, so we have another sconce we're gonna light just cause. That's right. Yeah, I saw it. Here it is. Ow. Alright. Is there another? I just want to make sure. Alright. So the way forward is this one. No, I turned around, sorry. This one right here. Right. This is the way forward. It's another drop down, I believe. Oh, another sconce. Gotta light them sconces. Alright. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these things don't do any actual durability damage. They just do poise damage and build up. Alright. Should be some more Sanctum soldiers down here. Take care of this guy first. There we go. There should be 4 or so Sanctum soldiers, another 2 of those statue guys, as well as those giant worm things from Black Gulch that'll pop out of the side. Alright. This will draw 2 of them. At least it should draw 2 of them, but looks like it didn't. I thought that would draw 2. Yeah, there shouldn't be anything in these little alcoves like some more. Well, yeah, just more statues. Okay. Ow. Alright, so we have 2 soldiers. The worm thing's gonna come out right about there, I believe. Alright. Come on, soldiers. Thank you. Over there for me, please. If you'll get past the little worm. That works. Thank you, Alluring Skulls, for actually working on these guys. You make this part so much nicer. Alright, let's get rid of the worm. Thank you. Another sconce to light. We'll just take care of these guys. There we go. Luckily, they don't have too much health, but oops. There we go. There should be one more item down here. There it is. Yeah, but this one leads to a little trap. Giant statue spews out petrification. Yep. That's 3 alluring skulls. Alright. Because I want to. Alright. Hit the sconce. There we go. And now it's time for a fight. Through here is the gank fight. Yep, it is a 3v1 NPC fight. 2 of them are going to be like little warrior types. The third one's going to be an archer type. one warrior is a Havel look-alike. He's got the Havel set, Dragon Tooth, and a bunch of health. Well, not really a bunch, but he has the most health out of the three. The second warrior, uses the Alva armor set, as well as dual Berserker katanas. Yeah, he uses dual katanas, so not as much health as the Havel wannabe, but more than the archer. So they are going to be the aggressive ones. They're going to be on top of you really quickly and at all times. So I am going to try to deal with them first, air quotes, because the third one is an archer type. He does use a great bow, so his arrows can and will knock us to the ground. That could be a problem, but for the most part, as long as we kind of dip down into lower parts of the arena, he shouldn't be a problem. If you do get close, he will switch out to a S-stock. So he does have melee attacks. So the plan is to try to deal with the two warriors first, and then deal with the melee and the archer guy. Normally it's the archer guy first, but because we're doing 3v1, it's not quite feasible to go for the archer first. So we're just going to deal with our pursuers first. Hopefully the dual katana guy first, and then the Havel wannabe, and then we'll take on the archer. But yep. And the plan is just to use poison. Yep, our Manslayer katana. Let's switch over to that. Plus 44. 72, so that was what? 18? No. That was 28. Really? 8? Yeah, that was 28. Cool. That was actually not bad. Although the rat ring should probably be a better choice, but they're not going to have that much poison resist. So we should just be fine. Alright. Can't use that. They're not affected by alluring skulls. There are also petrification statues in the arena, but it's on the lower level with water. So fire is not going to be an option, especially if you're going to dip down into the water. And just try to avoid the petrification statues if you can. So our petrification resistance should be pretty good for the statues in there. It's just that they do poise damage, so they could knock you around and allow you to get smacked by the wannabes or the warrior ones. They are considered hollowed enemies, so holy water urns do a good chunk of damage. They do use Estus, so Lloyd's talismans will prevent them from healing. Oops. Actually, I want to use one of those to get my spells cast back. Alright, so what else do I want? I think I'm good, really. And again, there are NPC types, so they will dodge throws and projectiles. I think I'm good. And we do throw holy water urns pretty quickly. But again, they dodge, which is the real problem. No, I want to keep these on here. I'm going to focus on healing. I'm thinking if I want the no, we're going to go physical defense just to help survivability. Yeah, it's actually probably a better idea. Alright, I think we're ready. Alright, gang fight, yeah. Our stone ring should allow us to stagger them. As long as they're not attacking, we should be able to stagger them if we hit them, but... Alright, we're going to start off with poison, because hopefully we can get I hope we can poison both of them off the get-go when they rush us, but with the archer guy in the back, we have to move. Alright. This is going to be a pain in the butt. This might take more than one attempt. So, luckily this cave is pretty short. You can just run through it. With the alluring skulls, you can just kind of throw them and get the Sanctum soldiers out of your way. And, but alright. Alright. Let me top off. Alright. Gang fight. I hate you. Let's do this. Oh, that's actually a lot of range. There we go. There's the great bow. We got them both poisoned. That's what we wanted. Nice. This is also a good spot here to kind of get them poisoned. Just get out of there. Just run. We're just going to use this little up and down here to kind of kite them around. There, he's poisoned as well. Oh, there he is. Just run. Use this opportunity to heal. There is another area over here we can use. Dark fog, hopefully get them. I don't think we did. There we go. Alright, so we got the Afflicted Grave Robber. I think it's the Alva guy is poisoned right now. So he only needs a few more hits and he should die. We'll go over here. Down, just don't get close. They do have a plunging attack. Hopefully we can get Varg. There we go. Varg's poisoned. Rapier's really powerful. It's a dead end. This is the way up. Oh. Again, they can backstab you, so having the Jester Hood on is actually not that bad. Not the Jester Hood, the Jester Robe. And this is a dead end, but hopefully we can script them. It's okay if you get wailed on. Book it. Just book it. Pick your fights. Heal. Hopefully they can poison again. If the Grave Robber should die if he doesn't heal. As long as we get one of them down, we should be fine. There we go. And the Afflicted Grave Robber is dead. So it's just a one-on-one fight. He's poisoned. Thank you. You cannot parry his Dragon Tooth. You cannot parry it, so don't even try. It's one of those weapon classes that you can't parry. He wants to heal. Ow. Get the poison off. There it goes. Poison again. Wail on you. Be blocked. And he should die as long as he doesn't heal. Like that. Whew. 3 Twinkling Titanites, 3 Petrified Dragonbone, and a slab. the Grave Robber gank fight. Alright, that actually planned out about as what I expected. Yeah, just keep moving, just don't stay still, just keep moving. Try to poison them immediately from the start. The two melee guys are going to rush at you. Just, manual aim your poison cloud in front of you, so they'll run through it. I chose Darkfall because it does build up poison faster than Poison Fog Pyromancy, so hopefully they would run through it and get poisoned almost immediately. But yeah, and just kind of use this drop down in particular because there's no petrification statues on this side. Yeah, just drop down. Let the two melee guys follow you. Use that little ramp there to use Darkfall or some sort of poison to poison them, further poison them if you didn't get it the first time, because it does take them a bit to get up that little ramp. And usually the archer guy's over here by the time you get up, so you can attempt to poison him or just wail on him. Yep, and just kind of repeat ad nauseum. Yeah, just stay up, stay down, poison when you can. As far as I know, Varg is the only one who will actually heal. The Havel guy, I think he's the only one who will actually try to heal. The other two, I don't think they will. At least I haven't observed them doing it. Yeah, just use poison. Never underestimate the power of poison in Dark Souls 2. The archer guy, I think, has about 2,500 health, so one poison will take about almost half his health. Varg has about 3,500, and I think he's Grave Robber or something. The Alva armor guy, has about 3,200 health. So poison will take out half the health of the archer and about a third of the other two. Thank you, Manslayer. You are awesome. We did use it to poison someone else, so that's to apply poison as well, so that's nice. And it can... Manslayer with the Stone Ring will break Havel armor sets, as long as they're not attacking. Alright. Cave of the Dead. Gank fight. Done. Thank God. I was afraid I was going to do this fight 4 times, but luckily the strategy worked. There is a spot, I think it's right here, where you can just kind of like... Yeah, you can get here. You can get here. And for some reason, they can't quite get to you. They'll try to get close, but then like back off like they can't find a path. They might still try to swing at you. But yeah, you can sit here, use a poison like this. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend using it just because you're gonna get swarmed while you try to make that spot. So it's like, it's nice, it's a neat little trick, but how effective is it? I don't know. But all right. And here's the exit. To our left is an item. Blackweed Balm. I think this is magic? Intelligence, yes, okay. Yep. It's 5 points for about 45 seconds. And our reward for clearing out the gank fight, Cave of the Dead. A flower skirt. I kid you not, it is a flower skirt. Yep. Skirt of a nameless troubadour. High durability despite its appearance. While troubadours can get by on their own through wily use of their arts for the most part, they might still require a generous patron. The stunning arrangement of layered feathers on this skirt is designed to capture the attention of a candidate for the position. Where is it? There it is. There's a... I know. I just gotta... No. Nope, covers it up. I think the lion chest piece is probably the better one. Although I do like this one. It kind of matches the color. Yeah, we'll go with that one. With the Drake wings. I don't know. I gotta make it work somehow. That'll work. Part of me wants to go, yeah, but the other part of me is like, eh. That might be the best one, though. Fine, I will. Fine. Don't really have any more fighting to do, so might as well just go at it. Sure. Just drops us down back to a little elevator drop off in front of the Cave of the Dead. Yeah. Where is it? I think we go down here. I'll probably just use our feather to get out of here, but yeah, it's just the little drop off. There was the dark greatsword down there. Some item here. You just kind of jump off there. All right. We did the Cave of the Dead. We got our skirts. So now let's go to the Undead Crypt and talk with Vendrick. Because again, since we have another what's it called? Another crown from the DLC. He should have some more to say to us. Let's stick with that. Sure. We should be fine. That should be fine. Alright, to the Undead Crypt. Right here. So now we'll... Oh, Vendrick? Oh yeah, you're gone. Yeah, Vendrick is gone. Yeah, we killed him already. But... we want to talk to this Vendrick, not the big guy. Well, he's also a big guy. We just want to talk to the non-raisin guy. Memory of the King. Alright. You should have some more dialogue for us, because we have a crown.
Seeker of fire, conqueror of dark. I too sought fire once. With fire, they say, a true king can harness the curse. A lie, but I knew no better. Seeker of fire, you know not the depth of dark within you. It grows deeper still, the more flame you covet. Flame, oh, flame.
Seeker of fire, conqueror of dark. Yep. We're told that harnessing the flower can, either undo the curse or put it under control. And he's like, that is a lie for sure, but I knew no better. Or I knew better, but... Yeah, there's so much dark within us, I guess, huh? Anything else?
I am king of this wretched, unraveled kingdom. I subdued the giants and claimed their strength, so that I might step closer to fire. Drangelic will fall, the fire will fade, and the souls of old will re-emerge. With dark unshackled, a curse will be upon us, and men will take their true shape.
So you conquered the giants for their strength, so you can get closer to the fire. But he knows that Drangelic will fall, the fire will fade, and the old souls will reemerge. Yep, old souls will reemerge. I know in Dark Souls 3 there's the Ashen Ones, or the Bell of Awakening rings, reviving the old lords that conquered the flame. I wonder if that's what he's talking about. Something similar to that. Could be. Yep. And dark unshackled. And man will trick its true shape, huh? The true shape of man. Yep. Talking about what happened to Ulasil? Are we talking about the Hollows, or what?
Drangelic will fall, the fire will fade, and the souls of old will re-emerge. With dark unshackled, a curse will be upon us, and men will take their true shape.
Yep. Alright, I think that's all he has to say. Yep. The dark unshackled, curse be upon us. The dark sign, curse of the undead. Alright. Oh, Vendrick. Almost like a tragic character of sorts. He tried to do the best for his kingdom, but he failed in the end. Or, I won't say failed, but he realized the truth that his quest was, meaningless, I would say. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so all we got left is just to, I'll do a quick check in Majula. Again, I doubt anything's new, but I'm just going to check anyway. Again, I think the only thing new would be once we defeat Nishandra, we'll have Cloanne give us unlimited chunks, but...
Bearer of the curse, until...
Alright, we do have enough to level up. I think our next attunement slot's at 40, which is, yeah. I was thinking of just increasing our deck scaling. We'll just pump decks for now. We'll keep going until we hit like 40, but... Alright. Yep. We got quick rounds. Some of these guys, anyway, should have something new. Well, they won't have anything new.
You need my help, do you? Hades Tower of In, but the gate, but have it.
Alright.
May you find peace.
On your journey, yep. Okay, I'm just gonna skip you guys. You don't have anything new.
Huh. You'll need soul. I don't.
Chloanne, you don't have anything new, do you?
You've been locked. Well,
I'm almost certain you don't. Yep, nothing new. Cool.
no interest.
Suit yourself? Well, I guess I will. Jacques won't, I don't think Ko will, but...
It seemed why just honorable and honorable and
Alright. Yeah, so, nothing's new. Alright. Well, one last check.
You need armor? Are you sure?
Alright. What about you?
you. Lowly chap.
These are... Alright. And with that, we'll call an episode. Yep. This one's going to be nice and short. Where we took on the Cave of the Dead. The final thing to do in the Sunken Crown DLC. Yep. It's not a very long little trek. Not a very big cave. It is... I think it is the easiest of the 3 challenge areas in the DLCs for Dark Souls 2. But, yeah, so we just kind of opened up the path, dropped down, took care of Sanctum Knights, or Sanctum Soldiers, not Knights. If there was Knights in there, that would be a much harder place, but it's just a bunch of Sanctum Soldiers, some of those reptiles carrying statue things, or statue carrying reptile things. Yeah, but the biggie with the cave is that the poison spitting statues, they spit petrification. Yeah, that's the real challenge in that little cave. So having the Ash Knuckle Ring, having high petrification resistant armor, will definitely help you out in the cave. It basically allowed us to ignore the statues. The only biggie is that those statues do poison damage and they can stagger you. So that's the only biggie. But other than that, we just kind of utilized our claymore with our fire charcoal pine resin, backstabs, used alluring skulls just to kind of direct them in certain directions we want. There was 2 bright bugs, some bonfire ascetics, which I don't really care about. There was alluring skulls, again, which are useful, but eh. And I'm trying to think what other item was down there. I think there was one other item, but I can't quite remember what it was. I think the biggie was, it was a petrified something. 3 of them to be exact. Yeah, but again, the biggest prize out of the cave is the 2 bright bugs. Yeah, because those are limited amounts. I think Melentia doesn't sell anymore. So whatever we have is what we have. Yeah. So just kind of, and then we just kind of clear out the rest of the cave. Used our bow and arrow to take out those little statue-carrying reptiles. Used again alluring skulls, claymore backstabs, the little worm thing, and then we came upon the gank fight. Yep. Yeah, it's a 3v1. Well, in our case, it's a 3v1. Again, the Cave of the Dead is meant to be done with additional players, 1 or 2 to be exact. So, if you have 2 other players with you, the gank fight's not that bad. It kind of boils down to a 1v1 if you can set it up that way. But again, I didn't summon NPCs, so it's a 3v1. Lovely. But I utilized a dark fog, the little drop-down ledges, is to hopefully just kind of kite them around and let poison do its work. Try to poison with the Dark Fog, as well as try to poison with the Manslayer here. Poison infused Manslayer. Just gonna kited them around. I think the first one to die was the Alva armor wearing one. I think he was the first to die, and then the archer guy, and then Varg. Do not underestimate poison in Dark Souls 2. It will get you out of a jam pretty easily if the enemy is susceptible to poison. But I was surprised we got it done in one try. I was expecting to die once or twice at least, but luckily my plan did work out. Thank God. I did get lucky, so I will say that. Just name the game, poison, kite them around. You should take your opportunities to heal when you get separated from them. So, got nothing else? Yeah, it's just a real annoying fight. But then after that, we picked up the 3 blackweed bulbs, or however you want to pronounce it, as well as our flower skirt. Our reward for clearing the Cave of the Dead. I'm pretty sure it doesn't do anything. Oh, it does something, I think. Oh. +2 vitality and +1 endurance? Really? Oh, okay. It actually does have a little bonus to it. Nice. Okay, that's actually not that bad. I thought it didn't do anything, otherwise just looked like a skirt. But that's our reward for clearing the Cave of the Dead. Alright. Wish it was a bit longer, but oh well. Yep. And then after that, we went to the Undead Crypt to talk with King Vendrick in the memory, because since we conquered the DLC, grabbed one of the crowns, additional crown, he has additional dialogue for us. Yep. He told us, "We are seekers of fire, conqueror of dark. Yep. We know not the dark that dwells within us." And how he sought out the giants for the strength in order to get closer to the fire, or to conquer or claim the fire or whatever. And he talked about it, how it was basically all pointless. Drangelic will fall, the fire will fade, the old ones will re-emerge. Yeah, he seems downtrodden and beaten, which I'm not surprised considering what's happened to him. Basically, his realizations probably gutted him really badly. But Vendrick. And after that, we came here, checked in with some NPCs. I knew they were not going to have anything new. I just wanted to make sure. But and that was it. Cave of the Dead, gank fight, talk with Vendrick. Alright. So now the Sunken Crown DLC is now officially done. We won't have to go back in there ever again, except for getting the repeating crossbow from the Sanctum Knights. And I think that's really the only thing I need. Well, also I gotta go back to the Imperfects to get the dragon scales. But other than that, those are the only real things I need out of the DLC. I mean, Sunken Crown DLC. So that means next episode we're going into Broom Tower. Yep. The crown of the Iron King? I think it's the Iron King, yeah. That was actually much harder. Well, maybe. It really depends on if I can stagger the basic enemies with the one hit. If I can do that, then it's going to be pretty straightforward. The Broom Tower has a lot of nooks and crannies. There are some breakable walls, some backtracking we'll have to do. Yep. We'll also have to deal with a particularly challenging area with an invader. who likes to run into the enemies. So make sure you have a Seed of a Giant on you when you do Broom Tower, just for that one encounter. And also, the next challenge area is going to be a real pain in the butt. Yeah. It's the Memory of the Old Iron King, I believe it is. And we'll face off, against a bunch of Alon Knights and make our way towards, is it Alon? I don't quite remember what his title is. I know it's not just Alon. I think it's like something else. But yeah, that little challenge run is going to be a real pain. Just getting to the entrance to it's also a pain, because there's red phantom enemies that spawn. Yeah, but actually I'm looking forward to it. I remember Broom Tower being, much better DLC than the Sunken Crown. But yeah, that's the plan. We'll start the Broom Tower. Yep, that's next episode. But again, I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.